So how to now let's go ahead. These are the clinical opportunities that you have, and I'll talk more about the structured clinical programs that are available in the market. But let me also talk about what are the demand areas where there is definitely a shortage of professionals. First, you all know that India is an ocean of population. So we have 1.3 billion. That's our core strength. So we have 1.3 billion population, and then
Even according,
obviously,
yeah, sorry to interrupt, doctor, but even according to the latest surveys, the patient to doctor ratio, the patient to physician ratio is highly skewed still in India.
absolutely,
We're staring at one a physician for about 1600 odd patients. So I think a lot of demand from the clinical areas is justified when all of these students are looking at upskilling their careers, or looking to make a career in the clinical side of healthcare education.
absolutely. So if you look at the in-demand clinical area, so how do you really determine what is the in-demand? So there are two ways by which a doctor typically thinks or makes a choice of his career in post-graduation. As a fellow doctor, I could sense that the one aspiration level will come to, okay, what is the specialty really that I'm passionate about? And the second choice making will happen, what is the demand area? So if you look at what are the top five causes of morbidity and mortality in India, as per the recent report published by a leading newspaper, the top five causes of mortality in India, the number one is stunning. It is actually a road traffic accident. The leading cause of mortality and morbidity in India is actually injury, predominantly through road traffic accidents. The second leading cause is the respiratory disease, which is picking up. There's a tremendous pollution across major cities in India. The third leading cause is the cardiac disease, and you have then cancers, and of course you have many risk factors that are emerging. So diabetes is one of them. So these are some of the lifestyle diseases that are causes that are actually topping the top five charts in cause of morbidity and mortality. So this also reflects on the demand for the specialties. So if you look at the number of, as I told you, the uh, road traffic accident being the number one cause of mortality. In 2009, the MCI has recognized MD emergency medicine, and we also have now DNB emergency medicine that has come up as a specialty these days. And the other option in emergency medicine that we have is the membership of College of Emergency Medicine, MCEM. But across all these, there are very limited seats available. So Medvarsity actually does a program 1 year, very structured, highly intensive emergency medicine program. It's called Fellowship in Emergency Medicine, with a very trusted partner, very highly recognized and an eminent player in the market, Royal Liverpool Academy, which is an affiliate of University of Liverpool, UK. So this is one option available for your continuing medical education in emergency medicine. If the second demand area, we all know, everyone talks about whether you're a doctor or a non-doctor, one thing that grips the society now is diabetes. So you go and you find an high incidence. So I see a varied number. Um, People say it is India becoming the diabetic capital with over 70 million or 60 million. So I see varied figures, but that's a staggering figure. But there are huge diabetic population in India. And if you look at the total number of endocrinologists registered with Endocrinology Society, you have little over 1,200 endocrinologists who are practicing as endocrinologists. With this kind of disease burden, even the total number of general physicians and endocrinologists would not be sufficient to treat the disease burden that we have in diabetes. So there is a need for a continuing medical education for doctors in diabetes. So having realized this need, we have also started a program which is a master class in diabetes. I'll talk more about this program in my subsequent slides.
Sure.
So it is available at various levels. You want to add something, Ramesh?
Not just diabetes, the constant growth in numbers of non-communicable diseases that we see right now, stroke, hypertension, these are probably a reflection of our lifestyles right now, right? And I
Absolutely.
think that is what is fueling the growth in clinical areas of interest for a lot of our students coming in. So yeah, you rightly said, these are the two most promising, clinical paths that a lot of our students aspire to take in their professional careers.
Excellent. So we have master classes in diabetes, which I'll talk about in detail. Similarly, with increasing incidence of lifestyle diseases that just Ramesh has just mentioned, you have a lot of kind of an intensive care that is delivered, whether it is for a cardiac disease, for a pulmonary disease, for a liver disease, or any other lifestyle disease that is emerging. And the number of hospital beds, the number of intensive care beds are also on rise. Typically, in a hospital, the ratio, if you take a 100-bed hospital, the ratio to a general bed to a ICU beds was about 90 is to 10. That means for every 10 beds, there used to be one ICU bed, which has risen up to 3 to 4 ICU beds for every 10 beds. So about 30 to 40% of the hospital beds today are intensive care beds. That shows the demand for the intensive care because of the change in the incidence of the disease patterns that we have. So this raises the need for more intensivists or critical care specialists. So having realized this need, we also have various intensive care medicine and critical care medicine programs in the market, both by the Indian Society of Critical Care Medicine. There are a lot of bodies like Indian Medical Association running these programs, but Medversity has this legacy of running a critical care medicine program, very structured, blended, with a very terrific clinical exposure in Apollo as well as the non-Apollo partner hospitals across India. So we have got that experience of running this program for over a decade now, and we are associated with over 80 critical care or intensivist specialists who will actually mentor our students and make them experts in intensive and critical care medicine, where there is an acute shortage and there's a high demand. So similarly, in the cardiology space, also there are about 4,000 cardiologists, registered cardiologists, but I think they will not be sufficient to um, bear the burden of the disease in the community. And you also see in the diagnostic area of the cardiology, there is a need for doctors knowing echocardiography, doctors knowing interpretation of ECG. So there are various possibilities, career possibilities within the cardiology space. So we do a structured program in 2D echocardiography, apart from the clinical cardiology program that we do.